Are you constantly tired? You hear it all the time, don't you? And it definitely, being constantly tired will have an effect on your weight loss and optimal health as well. And there's so many reasons why you can be tired. But I'm just going to talk to you about the things that I know that make me tired, but what I know about what I do as well too. So really, obviously, the first one is poor nutrition. If we got poor nutrition, we got poor fuel for our body, I guess. So if we're not eating regularly, we're not eating the right types of foods, we're not going to get the right amount of nutrients for our body. So, that's pretty straightforward. And I was talking to someone this morning in my boxing class, and I was just saying how, the foods that come to our plates can be up to 2 years old sometimes. Like, I know I was speaking to someone who worked at the Victoria markets in Melbourne a few years ago. And I said, is it true that, sometimes oranges can be up to a year old by the time it gets to our plates? He goes, no, it's actually 2. So they're in freezer mode. So all the nutrients of our foods aren't there either. So we are nutrient deficient. Our foods are very nutrient deficient. The soils aren't as good as what they used to be. They're all depleted because we're in mass farming. So not only if we don't eat well, our food isn't nutrient dense either. So we're not getting the nutrients that you used to. So a really good supplement will help with that. So you can eat real food, but if all these things aren't coming together, you're going to be tired as well too. So, and a really good nutrition supplement will fill the gaps for you. Will fill the gaps for those vegetables you're not getting, or the quality of the vegetables aren't there. They're really good. I've got what's called a concentrated fruit and veg. It's 8 serves of organic fruit and veg in 2 capsules, right? So if you're not getting the right amount of nutrients, you can fill the gaps with this particular supplement, and then your energy will come back up again. The other one is lack of movement as well too, because actually the lack of movement drains your energy. So I know when my father was sick last week, we were driving back and forth, poor nutrition, stress, also lack of movement was making me extremely tired. It took me a whole week to get over it. But, if you're not moving, you will have lack of energy as well. And that's going to, in effect, affect your weight loss and optimal health. Also, there's also another thing, that could make you tired is blood sugar crashes as well too. So if you're having a high carbohydrate, high sugar breakfast, like a cereal, for instance, in the morning, you're going to have a massive crash. So, and those massive crashes give you that. A lot of people have a 3 o'clock slump, and it's because their blood sugar crashes. They're not getting the right fuel for their body as well too. So not only poor nutrition, eating regularly, lack of movement, and also blood sugar crashes as well. But there's also stress. I'm just doing a little bit of research on the vagus nerve at the moment, and your body can actually get caught in fight or flight. So so there's things you've got to do for that as well. So stress will leach everything out of your body and make you so tired. It really will. And if this is constant stress goes on, it will just continually just drain you as well. And then in turn affect your weight loss as well and your optimal health. So there's so many things that can affect stress and tiredness that, and a lot of people leave it. They just think it's normal. It really isn't. Like, there's so many things you can do towards that. Like I said, picking up your nutrition, move a little bit more, stop the blood sugar level crashes by, implementing good quality food as well, to have supplements, stress and getting caught in that vagus nerve trap, and your body just stays there. So you've got to kind of do things to unstick you out of that fight or flight, because your body just kind of sits in that fight or flight permanently, and that's not good for your body. That produces stress on your body, therefore you can't lose weight as well too. So all these things, they come into play. So and I've just kind of really experienced that over the last couple of weeks too, because my things just happened in my life, and had to travel back and forth to Melbourne, you know, and that's why I sort of brought it up today, because, you know, something, you know, things happen in your life, and, you know, you get off track and you eat bad and you don't move. And I tell you what, I really feel it when I'm living an optimal health life. It is absolutely amazing. But when I fall out of that, like, it really hits home to me. It was only for a week and a half, but it really hit home to me how important living that optimal health life is continuously. And then if something happens, trying to get back onto the wagon again, you know, as quickly as you possibly can, you know. So, but hey, listen, it's great catching up with your Wednesday Wellness. If you need a hand with anything, or if you need help getting on track with your own optimal health, if you need hand, you know, with accountability around that, you know, that's what we do. So if you do want some help with that, just DM me, and I can help you out. I do have a short 23-minute video on losing up to 20 kilos in 10 weeks with real food, personal support, and no gym time. So just reach out. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next week.